I want to go home at the end of the day, really. I mean, if I can make it home with no cuts, scrapes, and bruises, that's a really good day. I've been injured before, so to come home and not be able to let my daughters run and just jump in their dad's arms just freely as they want to, you know, without having to stop them because I'm hurting or something like that.
You know, it's no different than driving the same speed limit down the road every day. It just becomes ingrained in you, and you take that home with you, and it just becomes part of your daily practice.
I don't even think about it anymore. It's just something you do. We're gonna be safe, the job is gonna be safe, and that's just how we approach it.
I think safety was always important to me. I've always done work with my dad around the house and done projects with him at home. And so watching him, you know, hit his finger with a hammer, I never wanted to do that. I'd say the safety culture at Egan is very proactive and it's very loud. It's impossible to miss.
I love my job. I love the construction industry. I've always had a passion for building things and for being able to see the things that you've done at the end of the day. You can look around and there's so much opportunity there. At Egan Company, it is our goal to be a leader in the industry when it comes to safety. We pride ourselves on performing the work safely, but we are not satisfied with the industry standards.
The construction industry, since I've started, has changed dramatically. Different types of tools we use, the different types of equipment that's on the job sites, and just the speed of the projects, the time frames that have tightened up, which is all can be a safety concern. The faster you work, the less you think about safety, but you have to have a good balance.
You know, when you're going out there and checking on what they're doing, you want to make sure they're going home too. And it's having an open dialogue with them when you are kind of taking a look at the work, just making sure to mention safety. It doesn't always have to be a big conversation, but it is something that we always touch on and make sure that we're all watching out for each other.
It is up to us to make sure that all the safety policies are followed. Hard hats, glasses, gloves, harnesses, high visibility. Anything you can think of, it's up to us to ensure that that happens on these job sites.
If there's a task that you're going to be taking on, take a few steps back, take two, see what you're about to get into, get everything you need to work safe, to work efficiently, effectively, and you tackle it.
The safety starts right at the top of the company. My responsibility is to make sure that we lead from the top down when it comes to safety. It also is important that they know when they're out on the job that they have the resources to help them work through a difficult or a concerning area, so that way at the end of the day they go home safe.
You know, if we get a new hire or somebody new that comes out to your job site, it starts on day one. You know, you make sure that they're aware of any hazards that are around, where all of the safety items are that are needed. And, you know, if they're afraid to speak up and say something, we make sure that they know who to talk to if need be.
And the training Egan has is extensive. Everything from confined entry to working on boom lifts, scissor lifts. Training is paramount to keep everyone doing their job in a safe manner.
Classes, OSHA 30s, OSHA 10s, scaffolding, rigging, just things that I don't even have to necessarily know, but it's available just in case. I don't have to know now, but I can go and do the class just in case it comes up in the future.
My crew here, I take responsibility to make sure that they're aware of any instances on the job throughout the day that might be of hazard, and we plan for that in our mornings. We practice what we preach. At the end of the day, that just means that everybody gets to go home by working safe here.
Every employee at Egan Company is expected to be a safety agent of our company. They're all expected to look out for each other. They're expected to identify the hazards.
Oh man, teamwork makes the dream work, hands down. I personally embrace like the brotherhood mentality. Like them are my brothers out there working. We all huddle up, we all say what we're gonna do, and then we say the dangers of that job or something. Hey, this is what you guys are gonna be facing. We might be in a corner where there's a gas line. We got marks and locates. We're looking out for each other. That's what we're supposed to do.
First of all, they're just not workers making money for us. These are people that are fathers and mothers, and they have families to take care of. Being injured, you can't take care of your family.
It's more than just earning a paycheck out here. You know, I have a family at home, a wife and kids. The guys on the job, it's no different. They become friends. You know, you get to know them, their families, and you don't want anything to happen to these guys. You want them to go home.
I get to go home safe all the time. I have a family that I provide for. I love baseball. I love to go to baseball games. I like hunting. I like fishing and camping. If I'm injured and laid up, I can't do any of these.
You know, people like to skip over the small stuff and only think of the big stuff, the fatal stuff. But safety gets down to the very smallest things.
Sometimes you look at a situation and say, man, if we just cut the corner and just shave off a little bit of safety on here, we can get this done in half the time. But it's like, you can't do that. I mean, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
People take the safety home, myself included. I'm working around my family or my grandkids, and I help them understand how to do it safely.
I'm a person on the move. I don't like to sit still. I got a lot of stuff going on, so it means that I can go home and I can play with my dog, I can see my friends, I can be active.
It opens up doors. It makes things that aren't usually possible. If I wasn't working safe enough to be able to get home, I would have never been able to buy the ring to propose. And then we were able to get married. We were able to buy a home. We were able to have 4 wonderful, beautiful children. It's those little things that make those big things be able to happen.
At the end of the day, when you look back at what you did, you know, you realize that you took all the safety practices that they implement in us from the top down, and you're able to go home and walk through the door and see your family at the end of the day. And that's, to me, that's what it's all about.